second in their bracket, defeated
Yes.
Troves. That was the top
Troves,
in
yes.
their group. And they also defeated Tier C as
Tier
well
C.
on their road to this grand final. So both of them have met a lot of resistance going up
Correct.
here. It was anybody's game for both these brackets. So making it all the way up here, they're competing in these 4 maps: Shapeshift, Card Contest, Blood and Gold, and Team Deathmatch.
In which there's a different lineup and classes which are really good when you
Yep.
play with these maps. Each of the maps here needs to be played in a certain manner. It has a mechanics which wherein we will be talking about later on. But now here's the good thing.
Yep, Grand Champion walks home with $500,000. Second place walks home with only 100,000. So
Not
the
bad.
difference is pretty far
Yes.
between both of this. And they also all get good in-game rewards as well. You got the custom title for
Mm-hmm.
the winners, the portrait frame, the chat bubble, as well as the join party notification. The last part
Yes.
is my favorite.
Me too, even though I don't have
I
this.
have it, so
Wow, you flexing on me.
basic.
Because Eman and his team, whenever he joins the party, it flexes
Everybody
like
knows you're in the presence of royalty.
Yes. And not just that, we have here, we've been talking about this Zero. This is the first
Beautiful.
ever physical reward wherein they will be getting a champion medal that actually transforms.
It's a transformer medal. I mean, you got separate parts that you
Yes.
can wear together or wear separately, which makes it really cool. I mean,
Yes.
you can style it based on your fit of the day, and there's just makes it really interesting, really cool.
Yeah, if you want to make it a medal, if you want to make it a pendant, it's up to you. And this is a first. Everything here actually is a first in RO history. 1 million USD tier cup, and we're just season 1.
Absolutely. I mean, 500,000 is the number that both these teams want to go home with,
Yes.
right? 100,000 is a big difference, but still, for their work, for their journey so far, I think both these teams,
Yes.
they have a good shot in winning, but it is down to whichever team has the best preparation
Yes.
and which team plays the best today.
Actually, I want to go back with what you mentioned about having 2 teams from different countries with different play styles, with different lineups. So it's really interesting to see them because they haven't met one another.
Never.
Never. I think it's bracket here.
Yeah, they're both in
bracket
different groups.
here.
One was in group 2 and group 4, so they
Yes.
were not meeting during the top 96
Right.
stage.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. At this point, I don't really know who's gonna win because sometimes we tend to give out predictions, right?
It's
But
so hard.
yeah, even the odds.
The in-game odds towards the end was
Close.
pretty much 50-50 across both sides. So even you guys, the viewers, have no idea who's going to win. It is pretty much a
True.
split decision. I think it might go to a game 7. Anybody's
Safe to
game
say.
in all of these maps, it comes down to the execution, the strategy they
Yes.
came up with before this, and both these teams, they came with different directions. You see Encore, they come
Yes.
in like a professional esports team. They
Yes.
have a coach. They
Boot
were
camp.
boot camping together, preparing for this, and a lot of their players have actual esports experience in other
True.
game titles as well. Well, if you look at POEC, they're more of a grassroots sort of direction. No coach, a lot of discussion amongst the players, preparing for
Yes.
this, sharing their ideas. So we'll see which of these 2 directions gives us the better results.
Exactly. And knowing that, you might say that they came from the grassroots, but they're also veteran players. However, in this kind of esports tournament, this is really big. And you really need to step it up, like what the Encore has been doing, setting up their boot camp, actually simulating how it's going to be like playing in a crowd like this, right?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot of preparation, a lot of work coming in towards this, and it boils down to one best of 7. 7 games decide your
us.
past month's work. How much is
Give
it
us.
worth?
Give us 7 games.
I think we're going all 7 games. It is so close between
Close.
both these teams.
Really, really close. And I'm really excited to see having a wizard. I think there's only just one team, but I think we will be showing you guys team introduction.
Yeah, this is POEC From Frontera too, you've got Nuts, Vinduts, Mavis, Minako, Santos, Mavis again, Heram, Orang, Whimsy, and Few. You have 2 Paladins, 2 Priests, 2 Gypsies, a Champion, a Professor, and a High Wizard. This is a High Wizard in the Grand Finals. Mavis used to play the champion. He was the champion for his team, but now he's playing the High Wizard. And if you look at the stats, 100% win rate on Shapeshift.
Perfect. So that is Team Poek for you. Later on, we'll be showing you guys Team Encore in just a little bit. But like what you mentioned, going towards the Grand Finals, you want to give yourself, not just the fans and the viewers, something new, and that is having Mavis play High Wizard. We know how competitive Mavis is, and one thing's for sure, they will not be deploying a High Wizard if they know it won't be a good addition to their lineup.
I mean, 1 month of preparation, that's a lot of time in the lab, figuring out, the best composition, what works, what secrets that other people don't know. We were talking to Poek. They said they had a secret coming to this. So I'm very excited to see how the Wizard will perform. I think we'll see it a lot in Kart. We might see in Deathmatch. We probably won't see it in Blood and Gold and Shapeshift because both of those maps, it's better to have a champion there.
Yes, that is correct. But now, let me introduce you guys. Team Philippines Encore here from Frontera 6. We have Docs, BR, Wifritz, BR, We Gets, BR, We Josh, BR, Yamato, Nasmi, Banoobs, DR, Sunny, Yomi, BR, and Afi, GPDS. And they have an 82% win rate with Team Deathmatch. On the other hand, they only have a 73% win rate for Shapeshift Ops. Not that bad, but comparing to Poek's 100%, well, that's quite scary. But like what you mentioned, since we have a huge gap, a month-long preparation, like what you mentioned, this stats might be irrelevant or might change actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the win rates and compare to both teams have 2 maps that they are better than their opponents. So Deathmatch goes towards Encore, Shapeshift goes towards the way of Poek. And highlighting again, we've got Assassin Cross from the side of Encore, and they are coached by one of the most historic Assassin Cross players.
Historic.
I mean,
Batman.
They've got Batman, one of the most famous Assassin Cross players from ROO Global, coaching them. And they're bringing in Assassin Cross. Definitely has an idea. But let's take a look at the highlights on how both these teams made it here to Bangkok for the Grand Finals.
Support or the champion, they get confused, and now they will be left with the other DPS left on the point side, killing them one by one.
Able to take that gold, 26-12. As if we have a lot of chances to get gold, if we can take down
down Bindus.
Number
31
of points. Oh, they tried to go all in with Vinduts, and they are successful with getting the coins from Vinduts.
There's a lot of number as of this moment, but as you can see, this is the strategy of your team.
And that's the reason why they have successfully taken down 2 lives.
Nice. Has been proc, 21 miss him, again receiving a lot of damage, gonna go down.
Will win this fight because both Josh and Elysium now have
Fire.
higher deaths.
Staying by his teammates, let me take it back. 20% health, almost gonna go down, nice.
Going through that stack and going through that storm gust, and even had the 3rd kill.
Whoa, let's go.
Both these teams' journey here was not easy. I mean, Poek had to go play through so many game 5s just to make it here to the grand finals, and they definitely deserve to be here. Encore was dominating their way all the way towards Bangkok. I mean, they won 3-0 in the semifinals. They won 3-1 in other matches as well. So they have been pretty dominant since the top 32 stage. So here they are getting ready for the first game. It's gonna be team deathmatch, and I wonder the lineup on both sides is definitely going to be this team. The team Santos, Orang Orang, Nuts, Heram, and Vindos. This is their classic team deathmatch lineup. You definitely want to play with a champion if possible, and that's what they're bringing out here.
Yes, a champion and a sword.
Yes.
Definitely. And also a Pally is also a good addition. Now, the only difference from the qualifiers is that they don't have biochemists in this lineup.
Well, both teams don't have biochems, so
Yes.
that sort of negates the advantage of
Yeah,
an
at
opponent
least.
if you had
At
a biochem. So we can see the mindset of both these teams. They said, forget about survivability. We're putting it all in towards damage.
Yes. How about burst damage? Probably burst damage here are just one hit delete. Your targets probably want to go after the supports. Now, I wonder if this kind of lineup will be able to take down the supports from Encore. Because you want to eliminate the one who resurrects,
Yeah,
right?
I think if both sides, because both sides
both
play
sides.
with champion, if they are able to synchronize their damage and targets at the right time, they can bring down both supports at the same time, and that is immediately 2 points because the opponent has no other way to resurrect the rest of the team. So even if they don't, I mean, Asura is almost a secure kill every single time on any of the DPS targets. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially the targets they are going for, because we might see some teams focusing on the Paladin. We see some teams more focused on bringing down the supports, or they might just all three chase the champion.
Actually.
Because if you kill the opponent's champion, the opponent has no champion to play with. And we see a mirror lineup from both sides. For Encore, Doc, V, Banoops, Nasmi, and Gessi playing in this team deathmatch.
This is going to be really exciting, fun, intense. Everything is at stake. Everything is on the line here. Zero, I'm very much excited for team deathmatch, knowing that this is going to be a mirror match.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to the execution in this
Yes.
match. They are running the same exact comp. They have the same exact resources. Which team will be getting this advantage? Which team will be getting a lead in the first game of the best of 7 Hero Cup Grand Finals? We've got Poet going up as Encore on this first match.
So, going towards here, we can see Venus being targeted. Orang going towards Sanif.
Oh,
Sanif
Venus.
is about to go down. Will be sustained there. We're currently tied up, but Orang has target locked on Sanif.
Yeah, the Osiris cut already procced here for
Ooh.
Venus. He is some trouble having to back off. The spell being used,
Nasty.
Focus Fire. Nuts is gonna fall. That's gonna be a first kill going towards the way of Encore as they get the first point here. Remember, if the score
Sunny.
is tied, whoever has the most kills
Yes.
will be winning this 1-1 right now. They all both traded 1 kill apiece. And
we're
it
not
is
done.
still going on right now.
That's correct. Maneuvers here going out after Vindus and Harem. They actually need to protect Sanif here on the other end. Nuts is also taking damage. Orang will be taking damage, but Sanif has been dying for so much.
2-2 so far, and we can see the focus on both sides.
Yes.
Encore is focusing on the champion,
Yes.
while Poek is focusing on anyone. Basically, Sanif is the number one
Yes,
target because
Sanif.
they know that there's no more Osiris.
Ooh, Orang.
Doc goes for a kill again on Orang. That's gonna be 3-2 right now.
Yes.
And Orang again gets a return kill onto its Venus.
Sanif.
So it's going to be 3-3.
Yes.
If the score is tied in terms of kills, it's gonna come down to damage.
Yes.
Doc gets another kill onto his Orang. Doc is 4-0 right now. Orang has been their primary target.
Yes.
But we see Orang. Can he get a kill onto his Venus once again?
It's so hard to be Venus at this point. You want to go
Asura
around.
Strike
You're
misses, and it's gonna
faking
be
it.
the first kill, the first score going towards the side of Encore. They did not manage to get the kill on towards Venus
Yes.
in the end. They resurrected the pet,
Yes.
which ensures that the Asura damage goes towards the pet.
pet.
That was very well played there, coming from the side of Encore, securing the deathmatch.
Wow. I mean, it was so intense, back and forth. It was really, really hot. I wasn't able to actually keep up with the time. Because when I see someone already won and that was Encore, talk us more about what happened in that crucial moment when they revived the pet.
I mean, the game started as we expected. Both of these teams have
Yeah.
a target in mind
Yes.
already. And we see that they always just go for the same target because one, you have to proc the Osiris card
Yes.
first. That's what both teams did. Once they focused out, they get to their focus. We see Doc focusing on the champion.
Orang.
Orang will have a tough time because he will always be on the back foot. His
Yes.
Asura Strike will always be at a later cooldown because he's the one that died first.
And he also needs to rebuff.
Yeah, exactly. So when that happens, Encore naturally has an advantage focusing down the champion, and we did see the scoreline very close towards the
very,
end,
very
and they
close.
almost tied it up.
Yes.
But at the last kill, the last potential kill, what happened was Venus resurrected his Child of Earth or
Yes,
King
yes,
Tiki.
yes.
And that soaked up the damage from the Asura, ensuring he survives, and that gets them the first point in this best of 7.
Wow, the micro skills are on. I cannot even do that at a very crucial
It is-
moment, like
Especially with-
resurrecting
you
or
see
reviving
10
your
seconds
pet. Yes.
left remaining. There's so many things you have to think about. You're being chased. You have an Asura coming towards you with the presence of mind to saying, hey,
Wow.
chill out, guys.
Presence
I
of
have
mind.
a pet.
Yes. Only goes to show how they really play on esports tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The experiences there. I mean, both of the teams are really good. They're playing their A games at this point, but the micro skills are super
Exactly.
on. Who would have thought that the pet would be getting all the damage, right?
Yeah, I mean, and this is why like this tier cup is so exciting because all
Yes.
of these teams, all of these players, they have the same exact
Yes.
resources. They have the same amount of time to prepare for this
Yes.
tournament. But when it comes down to clutch moments like that,
Yes.
the
Skills. Mm-hmm.
smallest of plays can make the difference. And that one kill, that one moment where they decided to rest the pet
Mm-hmm.
in time, that created the opening for
Yes.
Encore to game number 1.
I mean, I think Sanif has been really used to being the target, because even in the qualifiers, it
Yes.
has always been Saniv was being targeted. And I think the main role of Saniv was being the bait.
I mean, he knew that he was going to be targeted, and
Yes.
he doesn't care because he knows that he just needs to die one less time
Yes.
than their opponent. And the final 10 seconds perfectly executed there from Angkor, getting them the first win without needing to go to damage. That gives them an advantage because, again, Team Deathmatch has been historically their
Yes.
best map.
Yes.
And it is very important for them to win on their best map.
Wow, that was so intense. I was on the edge of my seat, and I wasn't really able to see that it has been
2 minutes
finished.
is very short,
Short.
and we miss out the time the
Super.
time
There's a
so
lot of
quickly
things
because there's so
going
many
on.
things happening.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that Angkor has read the movements of Orang Orang or Poek, that they knew that Orang Orang will be targeting Saniv, but also the Paladin is also going out there, closing the gap and reaching. But you can see Nasmi also supporting Saniv. Everyone's really doing their part here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the game plan as well, the presence of mind to
Yes,
say,
I
hey,
cannot.
if we go for their champion can't go for our DPS or anyone. So you see the different mindsets on both teams. For the side of Poek, they immediately target Saniv.
Saniv.
But for the
Easy
side of
target.
Angkor, they immediately target Orang Orang.
The burst.
Yes,
DPS.
exactly. Like Venus was the first one to die.
Yes, you
But
mentioned that Osiris already been
Yeah,
proc.
Osiris proc very early, but then being able to kill the opponent's champion gives you a lot of time to play around because one, he needs to be rezzed, he
Yes.
needs to rebuff as well. So
Yes.
that's gonna buy a lot of time for your team and gives your team the priority
Yeah, and
in
even
that
a split
match.
second without a DPS, that matters a lot here.
Absolutely. I mean, you only have 2 minutes,
Yes.
so every second counts, and that was really well played there by Angkor, getting the first map.
Wow. And Zero, that's just game number 1. This is a best of 7 series. And next up, we don't have an idea with the map, but I certainly think that we kind of know, since Angkor here has been playing good with Shapeshift Ops.
No,
No.
Coin, I think.
Coin, Blood and Gold.
Yeah, Blood and Gold. No,
That
Card
could be.
Card was their second best map. I mean, after Deathmatch, Card was their second best map. Their worst map was Blood and Gold, if I remember correctly. While
And you don't want to give Shapeshift Ops to your opponent, of
Angkor
course.
has Poek has 100% win rate
Shapeshift
on
Ops.
Shapeshift Off. So that is the one map that they don't want to play
Yeah.
no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what, I think because 100% win rate is no
Joke. It's no
it's
joke.
no joke. I mean, to win every single map in one tournament, it means that
Solid.
you know the map like the back of your head.
Yeah, even while sleeping, you can play that even eyes closed. Basically. But yeah, that's just game number 1. And I believe going towards game number 2, the teams here will now be having a little bit of adjustment. Because like what you mentioned, if this is a best of 7, for sure we'll be able to witness another deathmatch for game number 4.
Yep, game number 4 for sure is going to be deathmatch. And if we go to a game number 7, that's going to be a deathmatch. But let's take a look at what happened in game number 1. MVP going towards the way of Doc. 4 kills on his champion, 2.1 million damage. That's basically 4
Wow.
Asuras, 5 Asuras worth of damage. And it is really crucial that, he has been getting to his target every
Yes.
single time.
Successfully. It connects successfully. Doc's Asura strike. He knows his target, and
Yeah.
it goes to show the differences when it comes to picking your target. Will it be the DPS or will it be the sword of the opponent or the easy target of the opponent? Now, later on, that's just MVP. Later on, we will be showing you guys, I think, stats or highlights later on. So I want to see again the replay of what Saniv did there, because it was really split second, 10 seconds decision.
Yep, and some people say that champion is easy to play. I just click Azura, someone dies. No,
I watched you playing champion, right? I watched him streaming and playing champion. Do tell us more about that.
yeah, but especially in deathmatch, when there's only 2 minutes, every
Yes.
second that you don't use your Asura, when it's
Yeah.
off cooldown, is an opening to give your opponent to take the lead. So it's very difficult, especially if you're being chased around, if the target is constantly moving, for you to lock onto your target and get the Asura every single time. So I think the MVP was very well deserved there for
Yes,
Doc.
yes.
I mean, those 4 kills definitely very crucial, and the timing of them is very, very important, because if he's able to minimize the downtime of the Asuras,
Yes.
it means that he gets more Asuras every single game. But here, let's check out the highlights for game number 1, and let's spot the plays that Venus did. That was the highlights. I mean, I actually didn't notice that they didn't manage to res one person in time from the side of Poek. So even if they got the Asura in time, it was still 14 to 15 towards the end. And even if Sanif failed to make a
Yes.
play, they would have still won regardless.
Yes.
But that was still a very heads-up play coming from Sanif. And game number 1 in that fashion really goes to show why Team Deathmatch is the best map there for Encore.
Yes, exactly. And probably going towards another death match, I believe Poeg will be having major adjustments when it comes to targeting and prioritizing their kills. You mentioned that, to be fair, actually, there's a lot of pressure being given by Encore during the death match. So if you are the ones responsible for resurrecting your teammates, it's actually really hard, especially playing this kind of tournament. Yeah, so I wasn't able to actually have a look at that. So for the viewers, if you wanna watch it once again, you can just replay this live stream. And talking about live stream, we are inviting you guys to share the live stream because we're not yet done. That is just game number 1 of a best of 7 series here.
Yeah, and speaking of this best of 7, there's a rule that some of the viewers might not know, which is each player can only show up 3 times.
Deployment counts.
Yes, so if we see the champion being played in the next 2 games,
Yes.
that means they won't have a champion for game number 4. So that is very important. That is a very important thing to
Yes.
strategize your entire composition and lineup around, because if you're running only 1 champion, it means that it might reach a time where you don't have a champion, and champions are so good in a lot of these maps.
Yes. Like you mentioned, champions are good when it comes to, of course, that match. What else? Also, shapeshift ops.
Shapeshift,
You wanna take down
Blood and Gold, they're pretty good in it. And even in cart, I mean, just
Easy.
everybody building tanky and then just using the champion for your kills is a strategy that Poek has ran on the top 4 and on the top 8 as well. So that is definitely something that they are not strange to. They're foreign with. And if Poek decides to go that route, they might have an ace up their sleeve. But for
Could be.
Encore, with their 1-0 lead right now, they are in the driver's seat.
That is correct. Like what we're talking about, you want to have a really good footing here. But looking at how chill Poek is, I think they're gonna go towards game number 2 with a really confident strategy or lineup. However, again, Encore were the ones who won the map, choosing the map for game number 2. So could be tricky for Poek here, but we're seeing card contest. Is this already locked in?
This should not locked in yet. I believe
Okay,
they are
okay.
still deciding, because it looks like it is Encore's map pick
Yes.
here. Encore will be the one locking in the map. We are yet to see if it's going to be card contest. Historically, card contest has been one of Poek's better maps. So if they are playing in towards Poek, who has a high wizard probably planned for this specific
Yes.
map, we might see the matchup between Frost,
Yeah.
as well as Mavis on the
Frost.
high wizard.
Yes. I think that's the secret that we want to unveil because Mavis and his team we keep on saying secret, right? But
And
if
here
this
we
is
have
going to
it,
be
locked
card
in.
contest, yeah, it is. First appearance of Frost here. Second team from Encore, we have Josh, Frost, Yamato, Afi, and Yomi. Team number 2 going towards game number 2 for card contest. And later on, we'll be showing you guys Poex's lineup. They have a chance to actually counter this. But since we already know their job classes, could be deploying a high wizard.
Yeah, I think if they see that the opponent is not running a champion, they will not play a champion of
Yes.
their own,
You
and they can
wanna
match up in
reserve
terms of
him.
DPS. Yeah, we can serve. You can save him for the next
Yes.
upcoming death match, which is going to be very important to ensure they don't lose out in this game. So
Correct,
now
correct.
Encore picking up their assassin in this map. They were talking about how their assassin is their secret weapon.
Yes.
And let's see how is it going to go up
You had a
against the secret
little-
weapon of Poek, which is the High Wizard.
Yeah, you had a little chit chat with Chan Chan. Can you share it with the viewers?
Yeah, I was talking to Chan Chan, which is the coach for the side of Encore, and we know the build. We know the build that the assassin will be going for, which is they're most likely going for the double dagger poison build for the
Yes.
Synex. That is one of the highest burst damage builds you can go for that actually kills supports.
Yeah, especially in this kind of map, it doesn't really matter if you die a lot as long as you can also kill a lot, right?
Yep. So it is very, very crucial in this map to know how to play against the assassin, because I actually played against Double Dagger Assassin in this exact map.
What's your
exact
job
map.
class?
Our team was playing like Professor, Biochem, and
White Sweep?
Paladin,
Oh, Pally.
right? And there is a strategy to play against the Synex in
Tell
this
us.
specific map. So what you want to do, what they are abusing here for Encore is the 3-second invulnerability
Oh,
on the
yes.
assassin. So
Yes.
what you want to do is focus the assassin, but the moment he dies, you kite him for 3 seconds until he loses his invulnerability, and that's when
You're
you're
correct.
able to get another kill. Keep farming the kill on the assassin is how you win this game. And let's see if Poek is able to spot out the weakness in this lineup for Encore, or will they face this best of 7
Let's go!
down 2-0 as we are going to head into Encore's map choice. This is card contest, and they are unveiling the assassin.
Against the secret weapon of Poek here, Mavis's High Wizard. But you know what the question here is, don't you think Chan Chan already thought of that ahead of time? Let's find out here in game number 2 of the best of 7 series here. Will Poek be able to actually tie up the series? Let's find out, dear friends.
Both sides do not have a biocam, so not a lot of us sustain from both sides. It's gonna be damage galore. Let's see how Frizz is able to perform on the assassin, or will Mavis be the secret weapon for
Let's
Poek
go!
to force this into a tie game. We head in towards the middle, and let's see the start. Lightning bolt there by Josh. Good freeze from the
Mavis!
summon of
Mavis!
the Sohi. Mavis dropping down very low. He's being focused. This is one of the weaknesses for the Wizard.
Frost!
Whimsy is gonna be focused down here. I see what they're doing here. I see what they're doing here with Mavis. He's actually gonna be just a support
Bait?
to set up the damage for
Ooh,
bolts
Whimsy?
from Whimsy. Whimsy's the main damage dealer here.
And with that, Frost was eliminated, right? Frost was eliminated.
Yeah, really easy to burst down. The
Okay.
Wizard Field gets a kill on towards, I think it was Yamato
Oh,
and not
Frost!
Frost again. Focus
Again!
firing the assassin is probably the easiest
Yes.
thing to do in this map. Right now, the
Yes.
score-wise, it is 3-3 right now. Still tied up in score.
Whimsy, almost.
Dropping down very low. He's in some trouble. He's being chased down there by Josh as well.
Mavis.
And the assassin, but the spot healing Mavis is
Mavis
gonna fall.
dying.
Yamato will be the one to get the kill. And it's gonna
Whimsy
be 5
too.
3 right now. Encore taking the lead in game number 2.
They are getting, the gist of it. They already know Mavis Whimsy combo, and you just have to either take the Whimsy or Mavis at this point. Frost, he's on But Effie is also helping with the damage here. The Paladins also focus firing on Frost. And you mentioned this a while ago. If your opponent's playing an Assassin X, just
focus him.
kill
Exactly.
him.
That's what they're doing right now. You see
Yes.
Frost dropping again, 5 to 7 right now. 5
Yes.
kills from few. But it is Whimsy and Mavis not really performing. Mavis
True,
already
true.
died 7 times
No,
here.
make it
to
8.
12 right now. That's the current score. Poek is very far
no.
behind at the moment.
That is correct. This is not looking good for Poek as Whimsy and Mavis dying one after another here. Look at Josh also helping Frost here with the kills.
Yep, 4 kills on Josh, 2 on Yamato, 9 on Frost. That is a lot
Wow.
of kills on the assassin. He has died 9
Yes,
times
yes.
as well, but he's gotten 10 kills
Yes.
for he's gotten a kill for every one of his deaths, and he is
No.
not stopping at the moment. 16 to 9 right now. Yamato gets a kill again, another kill on towards Mavis. Mavis is not having a good time.
No, 12
deaths
kills.
on
That's-
towards Mavis.
Sorry about that. 12, that's like what you mentioned. Mavis not having a good time here. Josh focused his dispel here with either Mavis or Whimsy. Whimsy tried to hold on his sliver of health, but look at Josh here. Just going in and out of this Mavis-Whimsy duo.
Yep, Josh dropping down very low, but he gets spot healed back up. It is still 11
I mean, it's the
to
assist.
20 right now.
Look
it is
at the
just so
assist.
much damage coming out here from Frost. I mean, sure, again, we're
Yes.
talking about every time he kills a person, he
Yeah.
dies. But every time he kills a person, he's taking out one crucial
Important.
DPS
Yes.
from the opponent's side. And that gives you a lot of breathing room here.
True.
We see Few getting 10 kills already. Nobody's really dealing with Few. Few is the
Few.
only one chasing down Frost right now.
Yes.
But it is still too much for him to handle. Mavis needs to carry his
Mavis.
load because he
Once
is
again.
just 0 and 14 right now. Not a good sign.
Not a good sign here. Whimsy too. This is not looking good. 2 more minutes. We have a lot of time on the clock here. But what we're talking about here is a 15 kill advantage. Killing the crucial part of your lineup, which is either Mavis or Whimsy.
Yep, and Frost has the easiest job in the world right
Yes.
now. Focus down Mavis, kill him every time he can. That's where 15 kills from
Yes.
Frost comes from. 15 kills on towards Mavis alone. Few has been really focused firing down Frost, but it might be too little too late here. 23 to 18 right now. The score difference is closing in. There might be a chance here for Poek.
Hopefully. 23. Only three kill advantage at this point. We're seeing Mavis throwing Storm Gust and the Magic Crusher. You're talking to me about the Magic Crusher build, right?
Yep, Magic Crasher sets up a huge Storm
Staff.
Gust if you're using Mighty Staff, which is definitely what he's using here in this build.
But he has not killed anyone.
It is very tough for Storm Gust to finish off anyone, especially on the same level. You have to come down to a bit of luck. The setup is pretty difficult as well. So that's why it's not really
no.
performing well. It's not one of the easiest things to use
No.
in a live match. So right
No.
now, as you take a look at the score, 25 to 21 right now. 4-point differential, but 1 minute left on the
Yes.
clock. Can Poek pull a rabbit out of the hat? Because unless they get more kills going their
They
way,
have to.
they're gonna be in a tough spot. Mavis falling once again.
Once
Frost
again.
gets a kill. Again on towards Mavis. They need to focus in now. Frost getting healed up back to full once again.
Once again, being fooled here, going up against Whimsy or Mavis. Frost
30 seconds.
going down though. And we're gonna switching our views here with Josh. 20 seconds on the clock. What's gonna be the Hail Mary here for Poek? Fritz looking for a target, but it's being targeted here now.
27 to
20%
23,
of lives gonna go
27
down.
24.
11
Can they get
seconds
enough
here.
kills in time? Mavis is gonna fall. So that means it might be too far here for Poek to catch up with only 7. Oh, the card moved. The card moved. But it was not enough for Poek to score the point. That means Encore will be getting game number 2.
Once again. What a tight spot there. Here are your winners for game number 2. Once again, if you just tuned in, this is just game number 2 of the best of 7 series. Everyone's still composed. But let's talk about what happened there. Mavis is really having a hard time. At one point, we thought that Mavis will be the main damage dealer, but it turned out to be FEU. Few.
Yeah, there was just way too much focus being put on towards Mavis. I mean,
And
Frost
Whimsy.
Frost has just been chasing down Mavis every single time.
Every time he
Josh as
revives.
well, and the Paladin as well has really just been focusing down on Mavis, and that's one of the strategies in this map. Look for the weak link and keep pushing it until it breaks. And Mavis dying 19, 20 times, that was
Yes.
really rough for him.
Yeah.
Not a spot you want to be, especially if you're a high wizard, which has to stay static when you want to cast skills.
Yes.
And if you're being chased by a assassin, you're being chased by a paladin, you're being chased down by a professor, it's not easy to set up your storm gust.
And I want to go back to your insight about, Frost eliminating the crucial or vital part of your lineup. Here at Card Contest, you want to be sustained,
Yep.
but you also want to keep your main damage dealer alive so that they can also take down someone from the opposing team. And what happened there is that even though Frost has been dying, he is also successful when it comes to killing important
Absolutely.
players from Poek.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the secret on both sides.
Yes.
Right, the secret assassin versus the high wizard.
Now we
and
can share the
now
secret.
we know that the assassin beats the wizard every single time.
Yes, focus fire on the wizard. On the other hand, I was thinking if Mavis is just acting as a decoy or a bait, and then eventually it's just the Sork who will be the main damage dealer. However, the Sork's also having a hard time taking down anyone from Encore. It's FEU who actually taken down how many? 10
I think,
or
yeah,
more?
he got the most kills. Few got the most kills from the side of Poek, but I think his main focus should have been the assassin. I mean, the assassin was the one thing that was locking down your secret weapon.
Yes.
So if you're letting your secret weapon being chased down like that, you have to adjust. You have to, you need Whimsy as well as Few to
Yes.
focus down the assassin and really kite him during his invulnerability time, during when he's rest. So
Yes.
very well played there,
Well
I would say,
played,
from
well
Encore.
played, well
With the
played.
assassin, we were talking about the double dagger assassin, how much damage, how much burst damage you can bring out. Because for the viewers who don't know, the
Please.
secret behind the double dagger assassin is that it can stack poisons. Each stack of poison will reduce 25% for your physical defense. So if you stack up twice, which is a very easy thing to do for double dagger Synex, you can even stack it up 3 times,
Wow.
which is 75% PDEF reduction. You can burst down anybody very, very quickly.
I mean, to be fair, for Poek, they are also successful when it comes to killing or taking down or shutting down Frost, right?
Yep.
We're seeing him running about the map. But whenever he's down, Josh steps in. Josh takes damage and kills as well, right? And also the Paladin.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if they have to use 2 players, which is Whimsy and
Whimsy.
Few, to deal with 1 assassin, that means that the other 2 DPS is
resources?
gonna be free. They
Yes.
can do whatever they want. They can focus fire down the same target and just let Frost do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, so that is the secret revealed here at Tier Cup. Both of the teams going here to the grand finals with 2 different lineups, 2 different strategies, 2 different secret weapons. However, during that game number 1, it has been revealed that the Assassin next is a perfect fit for that kind of map, which is the card contest. Now I'm thinking we are about to go towards game number 3. One more step towards a best of 7, right? What's the mindset of, what could be the mindset here? What could be a good adjustment for Poek? Especially we don't know the next map.
I think for Poek, you just shake off the first 2 games.
Yes.
The next map you have control over. You know that is your map choice.
Yes.
So that is where
Advantage.
you make your statement. That is where you have your advantage. So 100% win rate on
Shapeshift up.
and Shapeshift. That's probably what they want to bring up. They're definitely going to be playing with the assassin, the champion. But let's see the MVP,
MVP.
for this game is going to be Frost. 19 kills. I think he died about 21 times.
yes,
But
yes.
19 kills on their secret weapon, the
Yes.
double dagger assassin, making a debut here in the grand finals of the Tier Cup.
Wow, once again, I believe that the viewers, especially the pub dimension drill players like me, will definitely take into consideration once again having an Assassin X. Because I think there was a time wherein they kind of just, not choose playing Assassin X just because everyone has Maya Purple, right? So could be a good sign for our Assassin X enthusiasts.
Yeah, I mean, Double Dagger Synex is very squishy. It is a very cheesy
cannon?
sort of.
Cheesy.
Yeah, you use it to cheese your opponents because most people don't play. Most people's strategy in Dimensional Drill is to survive better than your opponents. But
long game.
You can say that I don't care about survivability if I can kill you faster.
That is correct. As long as you can kill a lot. But anyway, here is the stats. Please analyze this.
I mean, if you look at the kill amount there from Frost, 19 kills. He deals the most damage in his team. But if you compare it to Poek has been doing more damage.
16,
I mean, overall, they've been doing more damage. But the burst potential from Frost is so high that you cannot out-heal it. That's where the kills are coming from here from Frost. We see Mavis, 12.4 M damage. A lot of damage, but he's not getting any kills. He's not bursting people down quick enough.
That is correct. So thank you for explaining that to us. Because looking at the damage, it's quite actually similar. It's really close, but it's the burst potential.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Like, if you see Yamato, only 8.5 mil damage, Josh, 9 million damage, compared to Few, Whimsy, Mavis.
Yes.
Few and Whimsy and Mavis is dealing more damage than Encore, but because of the burst potential. If you look at Encore's entire lineup, it's all single target damage.
Yes.
You got Sacrifice from the Paladin, you got bolts from Josh, and you got the auto attacks, as well as Red Cut coming from Frost. Fully single target focused damage is going to be more efficient if you're focusing on the same target.
And thinking about this and using this kind of lineup in other maps, what could be the feasibility of using this lineup? Well, we might find out later on. But let's go back to our thoughts. Going towards game number 3, this is really crucial for Poek. And you mentioned if you're gonna play for Poek, you wanna play on your best map. And now it makes me remember their match against Noibu, because Poek, let's not forget that they're good when it comes to playing under pressure. They're good when it comes to reverse sweeps. So hold on still tight and cheer on still with Poek and also to Encore, because it's not yet the end. This is just game number 2 of best of 7 series.
Yeah, but I think definitely they start feeling the pressure. But let's talk about it later and check out the highlights for game number 2. They managed to pull it back towards the end, but too little too late. The in-game adjustments did not come in time for them to make up for the deficit that they first early. And we are heading in towards game number 3 here. The map choice is going to be on the side of Poek. Their best map historically has been Shapeshift, but I wonder if they're going to pull that out, because I think, Encore is expecting Shapeshift.
Of course. What's good with the Encore is they're thinking ahead. They're always one step advance. So hopefully Poek would also be doing the same. Again, going back to the thought that Poek's really good when it comes to playing under pressure. They've shown that during the semi-finals against Noibo. And, it's not impossible to have a reverse sweep. Actually, at this point, it's just a matter of, whoever commits more misplays, probably.
Yep, it's always down to the smallest of things, the smallest of
Yes.
misplays, the smallest of outplays, actually. And it will happen a lot, especially if you're playing in Shapeshift. There's an element of RNG on the map,
Yes,
knowing
super
where
random.
the Shapeshift orbs will be spawning. So the most important thing in Shapeshift Ops is not actually killing your opponent, but actually getting better map control, because whichever team has better map control will be getting more MVPs,
Yes.
and more MVPs will set you up for more kills.
Exactly. Like what you mentioned, more of the RNG. And I'm very unlucky when it comes to Shapeshift Ops because, the orbs or the Shapeshift orbs tend to randomly just spawn on the map. And what you mentioned, they need to have a good control of the map, meaning to say, when the orb about to respond, they need to be scattered well in the map. But what could be the implication of that if you scattered away from your teammates?
It's still too important to get the orbs. I mean, every 30 seconds,
Yes.
a random amount of orbs will be spawning. And, if you get the good MVPs, the best MVPs, of course, you have your Stormy Knight, the best MVP, and then you have
VK?
Garm. Garm is like the second, and then
I love Garm.
Bloody Knight is kind of the third, and the worst is the Dark Illusion. So that's another layer of RNG. Even if you get the
Yes.
orb, if you get Dark Illusion, that feels pretty bad. So map control is very important. Knowing who to take the orbs is very
Yes.
important as well, because I think both of these teams, they'll be playing with their Pally, Prof, and Champion.
For sure,
Champion
for
is getting a
sure.
secure kill every single time. And Pally and Prof can set up kills for your MVPs if you get any, with Gloria Domini being able to slow down your opponents, Spiderweb, Dispel, all great setups for kills. So, it's not just RNG, but
Yes.
also a lot of different strategies and how you play around the map that makes a team good in Shapeshift Ops.
Especially how you cycle those skills that you mentioned. How you layer those skills? 'Cause,
Exactly.
like for me, I'm not a competitive player. I just keep on mashing
Just
buttons.
mashing buttons.
But these players are very critical when it comes to layering those skills. And well, it's gonna go down to teamwork. Of course, they're not just playing individually here. They're layering their skills, and of course, the call out. Who do you wanna FF? Like what you mentioned about champions being probably or 100% being deployed for this map. Well, do you think will there be a chance to actually use High Wizard in this map?
No.
No.
This is High Wizard's worst ever map. We will never see High Wizard here because one, nobody is staying around being
Yeah.
static. Everybody's running around. Sure, High Wizard provides you a little bit of map control, but when everybody is just running across separately,
So
High
hard
Wizard
to
is
target.
very low priority. It's very bad in this map that you
Okay.
really don't want to play with a High Wizard in this map.
All right. With that being said, then for sure, 100%, they're gonna be deploying their team with the champ. And to counter that, so do you think Encore will also be doing again the mirror lineup?
So one thing about it is Assassin can actually
Yeah.
play by itself pretty decently in this map. So we might see Encore throw a curveball, They can play with the Assassin here and keep their champion for 2 other maps.
Or
which means that
deathmatch.
they will have it for the deathmatch and they will have it for the map after deathmatch if they want to. So since this is Poex's map choice,
Yes.
they have to go for the champion,
Yes.
right? Unless
Yes.
now the thinking process is Poex knows that because they have to pick the map, and if they pick
Shapeshift Ops.
they know that the opponent has a chance to play with the
Counter.
assassin.
Yeah.
And there's no way Poex plays with the wizard here.
No.
So we might see Poex just say, F it. We're not going
Give
to play Shapeshift. We're going to play maybe Cart again.
Or
maybe Goblin, Play these 2 maps and ensure that the
Wow.
champion's deployment count is used
for that
evenly.
match.
Exactly.
Correct. And at this point, Encore, even if they lose, I'm not jinxing it, even if they lose game number 3, they have 2 points advantage. Does
Yep.
it? I mean, it matters, but comparing to Poex's predicament at this point, they can still have a really big margin for errors. But I'm not saying that they can leisurely do misplays and errors. But those are the things that you want to consider going towards game number 3. I like the mind games that you've laid here, Zero. You mentioned that since they are being forced to actually
exactly.
pick their best map with their best lineup, which is the champ, they will be living with or going towards team deathmatch with less deployment count on their champ. So what can they do with this kind of mind games?
It's pretty tough here for Poek. There's one thing you can do is just deal with it when it comes. You just play your best map, hope for the win. Hopefully you come out with something else along the way. Or you try to outplay your opponent knowing that, hey, this is what is on their mind. This is how they can outplay us. So maybe they can think of something else that can outplay the outplay. So
Card contest
multiple
again?
layers of this,
Yes.
that both of these teams can go for. And it's going to be very interesting to see what will be the final decision. Because if we go for shapeshift, I already know the results here. And that's why Poek not going to go for shapeshift. They know the odds of them winning this entire series is very low if they go for shapeshift. So they opt to go for blood and gold, forcing the opponent to play with a champion here.
Yeah, just so they can have an equal deployment count for their
Exactly.
champion. But wow, Zero, I really love your mind games. You've read them like a book. You already told us what's gonna happen. You're from the future, right?
Yes, I can see 12 seconds into the future. So
Was that clairvoyance? Clairvoyance?
I think it was from The Boys.
The
I don't remember exactly where. But here, Poek looks like they are locking in blood and gold, forcing the deployment count for the champions to be equal, which means that, now there's no strategical or composition-based advantage for their opponents. They are at least playing on an equal level then.
Yes, and what I really love about Blood and Gold, regardless if whoever has more golds at the beginning,
It's the ending.
Yeah, it's the ending that matters. Who has more gold coins at the end? This is good. This is so good for Poek.
This is what Poek is looking to do, right?
Yes.
Making sure that their deployment count on their champion matches their opponents, so that they are never caught out in a
Yes.
bad map without a champion. So here, if Poek runs a champion, it means that the opponent has to play a champion as well.
Yes.
One, because champion is good in this map, right? Because being able to Asura anyone,
Yes.
getting their coins is very important. And Poek is forcing them to play Doc
use.
in this map,
Yeah.
and that gives them, even if it doesn't give them an advantage, they are not playing at a disadvantage.
That is correct. Or probably baiting them for a reverse sweep.
It's hard to say. I mean,
It's hard
down
to say.
2-0 right now for Poek. They have some ways to go. Their secret weapon is not weaponing
Yeah.
right now. So it is, they have to sort of adjust the best they can without forcing a change of class.
That is correct. That is correct. They are indeed in a predicament. But now, Docs, like what you mentioned, will be forced to be chosen. Team number 1 here for Encore will be the ones battling up against Poek. But surely enough, though they will be having an equal amount of deployment counts with the champion, we know how scary this lineup is. But at the same time, we know how close these two lineups can play with Deathmatch. But now they will be using it at Blood and Gold. And it's just a matter of who gets more gold coins at the end. It doesn't matter who dies so much or kills so much, as long as you can kill the gold bearer.
Yeah, so there's a few strategies that you can
Tell
play here
me.
generally. But
Because I'm always the one tasked to collect all the coins.
yeah, that's the problem. If all the coins are put into one basket,
Okay.
it means that a few
Explain.
Asuras and you lose your coins.
So it's better to...
Spread it out. You want to spread out all the coins between 4 or 5 players. and try and keep everybody alive as much as possible. You know, if you have 16 coins on your priest and he gets a Surad,
Yes.
and every
And it's
death,
not impossible.
yeah, you lose half the coins every time you die. So
Yes,
if you
yes.
have 16 coins on your priest, he gets a Surad, he loses 8 coins. That's 8 coins going to your opponents. Now, there's a few ways to counterplay this. One is by always making sure you know where the champion is.
It's going.
And just preparing to loot the coins the moment whoever his target is dies. So that sort of nullifies the effect of the champion a bit. But let's just wait and see as we head into game number 3 here. Poek 0-2 right now. Can they make a comeback in game number 3? It is blood and gold. It is their map choice. It is their best chance to equalize things.
And talking about that, they're now leading with 4 gold coins to 1. But again, we're talking about whoever has the most coins at the end of it. Saniv again being the target, Orang as well. Will this be a repeat performance? But Banoobs will also be going down, not taking damage. Now, I think the Pallies are doing their job, targeting whoever has the coins.
I think the most important thing in this early game stage is to trigger everyone's Osiris. You have to make sure nobody has Osiris when you go towards the end game, and that is what Doc should be doing. He should be changing his targets, proccing everybody's Osiris to make sure later he just needs a single Asura to get the kill. Haram is gonna fall 6-4 right now. Encore is the one leading in terms of the coins, but again, like you said,
Yeah, like what you said, it doesn't matter.
The early
here.
game doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's the end game that matters, and all these early kills isn't gonna matter much if you cannot trigger all these Osiris.
That is correct. Get C here, being the target again. I hate this map just because I'm a gypsy and I'm the one tasked to get them, but for sure, Getsy will be the target here all throughout. If you're a Poek, you want to make sure that the supports won't be able to get gold coins. And if you're on core, you have to make sure that the deep or Orang will be checked as well.
3-7 right now. Another round of gold coins is about to
Yes.
spawn on the map. Every 20% is when
Yes,
the coin
yes.
comes up, and
Nuts.
coin count is even 9-9
Wow.
right now. Both sides have the exact same amount of coins. Oh, Haram does fall. Doc is the one to get a kill, and the coins goes towards the way of Encore. 12-6 right now. Encore in a pretty good lead.
And the Goblin's health here is less than 50%. That's what's really sneaky with Dogs. Aside from taking down players, it's
no.
also somehow taking down the Goblin. Dogs is now unstoppable. Saniva's killed Knots here. They are now leading with 6 gold coins. No.
Oh, Getsy does fall, so some of
Yes.
his coins has been given away to his opponent's side. 7-11.
Imagine a gypsy dying.
That is the power of the champion in this
Wow.
map. The coins are about to spawn once again. Oh, huge kill on towards Banoobs. 7-10. Coins are very even right
Very.
now. Another round of coins is about to spawn in a couple more seconds. So it's very important for them to position on the
Yes.
map to make sure they get the maximum amount of coins they can get. 7-11.
There you
Let's
go.
see how many coins they can get. Huge lead going towards the way of Poek. 15-13 right now. They get the lead. Orang is gonna fall.
Orang.
They get the coins back though. 20% is the next round of coins. Can Poek hold on to his lead?
Banoobs trying to hold on his health. Just 2 gold coins though. Haram here trying to... Oh, Haram has died and left a lot of gold coins there. But again, it's just 2 points now. It's about to go down here. At this point, you want to see who has more coins and actually just take them down.
13-15. Poek slightly behind, not too far
23%.
behind. And the next round of coins, another 12 coins is
Oh,
about to
Santos!
drop right now. 9-18 right now. Oh, huge lead going towards the way of Encore. Encore is in such a commanding
Whoa!
lead. 6-21. Another round of coins is about to drop. Who is going to get the majority here? 25, 29, 30 coins on Encore's side already.
Oh my gosh, 10-30, but still not the end. Poek can still take gold coins here as long as the Goblin is still alive, as long as they can, take down those gold pairs.
Yes.
But how can they do so?
The last the moment
Yes.
Goblin dies,
Dies.
that's 20 coins being spawned.
Yes.
So that is a very important part here. 70-22
Yes.
right now. Coins are neck and neck. Both sides actually
Yes.
catching up towards each other. Orang, he needs to focus on the right target here. Huge lucid dream coming from the resummoning of the Sohi. Creates so much space.
Whoa.
Good Asura, but gets blocked by the pet. So Orang is able to get a kill onto Sanif. 20-20 right now. Nut is gonna fall. 19-21. MVP, the Goblin is gonna fall. Who's gonna get more coins? Encore gets the slight lead.
They need to
1
regroup.
minute. 1 minute left. Haram is gonna fall. And that is gonna be more coins going towards the Encore.
That is correct. And 46 seconds. Encore is on the roll here. 20-40 here.
They need to find Doc.
Sanif and
Doc has 13 coins. They need to
Wow.
focus down on Doc
But
to
Doc
get
is
the kill.
actually
Vinder's
running
gonna fall.
after them.
17-43. Poek in a lot of trouble. They need to get these kills.
They have to. They need to. 23.
Oh,
to
good focus
16.
there. They know all they need to do
That's
right
me.
now. Focus on the champion. Keep killing the champion because
But
the
Doc's
champion
killing.
is the only thing that stops you from winning here. And Poek in a lot of trouble. It
That's
might be
me.
too little, too late here. 10 seconds left remaining. Encore 48
Whoa.
coins, 50 coins. No way to come back. And the Encore is gonna go towards match points.
Woo! And the crowd goes wild. Encore taking game number 3 of our best of 7 series. Guys, I'm having shivers. I mean, goosebumps here. If you're here inside Union Mall Zero, I'm really hyped up.
I mean, we're talking about
Everyone
how
is.
this is held in neutral ground. But we can hear
Yes.
so much cheers
Cheering.
for the Filipino squad. Up
Wow.
3-0 right now. They are in match point. They are
match
in a
point.
position to take it all in the next map.
That is correct. However, I want to go back once again to the thought that still we're not yet done, adventurers. Poek can still do what they're best when it comes to, playing under pressure. However, during that match, it was really close. They were, they almost had it. However, Docs, on the other hand, you mentioned they have to kill Docs, but Docs is the one who does the killing.
Yeah, played really well there, Doc. I mean, we're talking about how Mavis has been performing very well
Yes.
on the champion. Doc is showcasing how it should be played compared to the rest out there, and he has been really showcasing the prowess of him. And he has one more chance to shine.
Yes.
That's gonna be on the next map. We will be seeing Deathmatch, and we are definitely seeing both champions being used once again here.
Question is, will Encore deplete their final deployment for Team 1, or are they gonna play safe and deploy Team 2 for
If
that match?
if you are looking to win here, you're gonna be playing for the win. You definitely want to play with the champion in this map.
Yes.
If you're expecting the opponent to play the champion, you play the champion here as well. But we might see a Hail Mary play
They
coming
have
in out
to.
from the side of Poek. They might think that, okay, even if we win this with a champion, we won't have a champion for the rest of the maps, right? So
Sadly.
what they can do is make a Hail Mary play, play with Mavis on the Wizard in this map.
That match?
In deathmatch, use Stormgust 1, not for damage, but to shut down the opponent's champion, just with constant freeze.
Yes.
And that might give you an opening to get a win in this match. So
That could be.
you're down 3-0 right now. You have to throw everything out of the book,
Yes.
because if you play standard, you're never gonna be winning in here. This is
Yeah.
the time where you have to make this high risk, high reward plays. Because
Yes.
if they win this game without a champion for Poek, if they win this without a champion, it means that they can play the next map
Yes, with
with
champion.
a champion, ensuring they go 2-3, and it
Against-
creates another opening that they might force this to a game 7.
They have to force this. But I like your thought process when you said that they can play Mavis High Wizard at that match. Especially, they know that a champion's role is just to go in. And if you can bait him to go into the stack, just throw your AoEs, not to kill him, but actually just to CC him, that could be a good play. That could be a good trick up
Yep.
their sleeves. Hopefully they'll be able to do that. But I think with the percentage, I think high percentage to actually use Orang's champion.
I mean, if they want to play it safe, you play the champion here. If you want to play to win, you have to play with Mavis here. And let's take a look at the stats for game number 3 here for the grand finals. It was neck and neck until the last moment. Pretty much 20-20 on towards both sides, but when the last bout of coin score, we saw Anchor getting so many kills, Sunneef getting a kill, but Noobs getting a kill, Doc getting a lot of kills. I mean, Doc 15 kills and 17 gold coins. He's running around chasing the opponent with the highest amount of coins in his team.
Yes, he has coins and he is also chasing and killing people from Poek. But, you know, hands down to Poek, I want to give credit to their team because despite the fact that they are actually chasing for points and kills, I mean, wow,
Again,
Doc
MVP
here.
once again. He played 2 matches. He got MVP 2 times.
2 MVPs. Docs is like super chill actually. Backstage, during the backstage, I asked, but Noobs, he said that he's really confident, 100%.
I was confused. Everyone was introducing themselves as Banoobs, so there's like 5 Banoobs in the team.
Later, I'm gonna introduce you to Banoobs later. But anyway, he said that he's very confident. Because I was kind of worried because when I saw them, they kind of looked tired. But he said 100% they're confident.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the confidence is showing. Up 3-0. Match point here for the side of Anchor. 1 win away from securing $500,000 for their prize pool.
Wow, I'm speechless here. But again, as shoutcasters, as commentators, we've seen so many tournaments wherein even though a contestant or a team has managed to do like 3-0, we've been witnessing a lot of reverse sweep. Anything is possible, especially since this is fair mode, right?
Yep, and the king of comebacks is Poek.
Yes,
I mean, let's check out the highlights for game number 3 as we can see what caused this match point for Anchor.
Later on,
very soon,
we will be giving you the highlights. But I really like what you given them the title of King of Comebacks. That's really legit. Okay, hopefully Poek will be able to live up to their name. But anyway, again, here are the highlights.
There you have it, Nikki. Game number 3.
Wow, I'm smiling because I'm really happy to see intense matches right here in the grand finals. First ever LAN tournament, first ever $1 million USD tier cup, and we're one step closer. This is a decider match, actually.
Absolutely, and it's gonna come down to, you know, which team wants to win it more. Because if you're like, for both teams, if your will to win is higher than your opponent's, that gives you an advantage no matter what you play.
True. Defies everything. If you have that will to actually win the greed.
It's like an anime, you know.
Sorry. When Sierra said anime, I was just like going ham here, 100%. But I believe Anchor's also, you know, set on in that kind of mindset. And talking about mindset and settings, just want to greet people from the watch party because at this point, they're very hyped in each watch party that they belong to, whether it's from Indonesia or in the Philippines. Shout out, guys.
Yeah, we've got watch parties in Indonesia. We've got watch parties, like I said, in Makati,
Makati.
Philippines. And also online, a lot of watch parties as well.
Yes.
Indonesia, they call it Nobar. And it's being hosted on my Guilds Discord. A lot of Guilds Discord as well.
Nova.
So supporting both these teams in Tier Cup, and it is really fun to watch. So I want to shout out all the viewers who are watching us right at home or wherever you are. Thank you so much for witnessing the grand finals here, and we are potentially crowning
Yes.
a champion right after this game. But we might see again the king of comebacks. Can they make another
I hope
bid
so.
for their crown?
I hope so because we want to see full 7 matches. And since you segue your watch party, I want to segue my watch party too. Shout out to my friends from Tenebris, Chue, Lucy, my friends Prim, Iggy,
Trey.
Yoads, Moon, Trey, Cookie, Eman, Ice, Madam Mixie. I'm just blabbering a lot of the names because if I don't do so, they'll get mad at
They
me.
already paid you, right?
No,
So you gotta do it.
this is free. And also for the watch party, we have Little Fatty, Belly Boy, Marvin, Miss Diana from Joymaker, Philippines. Shout out to you guys. Also for the watch party in Indonesia, we have Toshio, Bolton, and everyone from Indonesia. Guys, now's the time to put on your energy ball for POEC. They need it now.
Yeah, especially, Indonesians supporting their home country. This
Yes.
is where, they need your support the most. Like Nikki said, they are down 3-0 right now, facing the bearer of the gun. One mistake, one
Yes.
loss, and it means the end of the tournament for them. And it is gonna be rough for them.
It's like a
so
best
much
of
pressure.
one again.
It is best of one every single time right now for POEC's side. They know they have no
Wow.
more lives. This is their last and only chance. Meanwhile, we take a look at Encore. They are chilling. They are 3-0 right now. They can do whatever they want, and they know that they have that ease of mind that hey, we've got this much of a safety net. Maybe it's time for us to have fun a little as we head in towards Deathmatch, potentially the last game of the Tier Cup Season 1. Let's see which team will be the one to win this map. Will it be Encore securing their sweep, or will POEC show that they have signs of life left in them, and it looks like they are playing it safe. They are gonna go for Orang. They're gonna go for the champion to try and force this towards the next game.
Hopefully, this kind of lineup, what they did during the first match, to be fair, is actually close. They could have won that. Hopefully, they'll be able to learn from that, adjust from it. Like what we've been mentioning, they are the kings of comeback. Hopefully, they'll be able to come back. But now,
Encore is the one.
if they will be securing or locking this lineup, they will be preserving their champ for
They
the
are
next
thinking
match.
about serving their champion to ensure a win on a
Always.
different map. So that's what's going on in their mind. They know they're up 3-0.
Yes.
They know that if they just need to win one more game, so it doesn't matter which
Yeah.
game they win. If they can just try and win this game, of course. But even if they don't, next game, they know
Doesn't
their
matter.
opponent has no champion.
Yeah.
This is why I was talking about why this might be a good time to bring out the Wizard. If you try and win with the Wizard, and if the opponent plays with the champion, you know that the next game you have a good
Yes.
chance. And if the opponent doesn't play with the champion, it means that if you win this next game, you have a champion to play against your opponent's champion. So
Exactly.
playing it too safe here for POEC might be sealing the deal here for them.
I want to ask, does POEC have their own coach?
No, POEC
It's
is
just
playing
them.
with that full 10 people.
Like brainstorming?
Yes.
I see. Because, it's really important to have someone who oversees this stuff. Because,
Fresh set of eyes, right? That's
Yeah.
what Ilogni Batman is providing to his team. Fresh set of eyes.
Yes, yes.
The 11th man. Kuroko is the 6th man. They have the 11th man being able to spot things that you might miss out. But let's see. Match and map point here for Encore. Can they get this last map to secure their crown in the Tier Cup? Or will POEC force game number 5 and give us another show here. This has been a journey for both these teams,
Yes.
and it boils down to one final game.
This is it. Game number 4. Everyone, give it up for Powick and Encore. Going towards the team deathmatch. Who will win? Will Encore be able to sweep this clean 4-0? Or will Powick be able to finally get their first win of the day? Let's head in straight to game number 4.
Remember, this game doesn't matter for Encore. They can lose this game and secure the win in the next map, but it's definitely better. Huge lucid dream there coming out. They know the focus.
Yes.
Focus on the champion, and that gives them a really good chance here for Encore to win this. Osiris already procced that by Orang, and he's being focused down. He goes down. Huge first blood going towards the way of Encore. Low key use, not gonna get them, not gonna secure them the kill. But again, Orang being focused down. Who needs a champion? Who needs to play a champion here? Not Encore. 2 kills already. They get Josh. They got a kill on towards Josh, but they get the rest. Still 2-1 right now. The only damage so far is coming out here from Orang, and they are just focused firing him. 3 kills already.
Another kill here for Frost. Frost gonna go down there. Nuts and Santos actually making up all the damage that Orang has failed to give. Again, a kill here, a death here from Orang.
Another huge lucid dream freezing out a lot of members. Santos gets a kill onto his Frost. So can they secure this 3-4 right now? Still very close. Orang in some trouble.
Again.
He's gonna fall 5-4, 5-3. No, 5-4 right now. 30 seconds left remaining. Can they get a crucial kill on either side?
One more point.
Orang is
He
in
has
some
to.
trouble. He needs to survive. He needs to get a kill. Can he do it? He falls. This might be it. 10 more seconds to secure this game. Encore, they're already shouting. They're already screaming. They know they have this game. This might be it, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a new
3,
champion
2.
for Tier Cup. It's gonna be Encore.
Oh, sorry, I was clapping. Again, that was a clean 4-0 sweep from Encore. Everyone is cheering. The crowd is wilded. And of course, I know, these players, they're very sports. They're gonna have their handshake later. Again, 500,000 USD.
Huge wins for the side that is Encore representing the Philippines. Laban Pinas.
Laban Pinas! No bias. Good game, well played still to Powick. Their journey we've been mentioning, never easy.
Never been easy.
To be here at Bangkok, Thailand, to go up against Encore, another team from the Philippines, only goes to show that they deserve to be here in the grand finals.
Absolutely. And the insane confidence to play the assassin in game number 4,
Yes.
they still managed to get the win as well. So very well played there by Encore. And now I think it's time to reward the audience.
All you have to do is type in Tier Passion Fueled and you will get this refine option pack. I need that. And also
200 refine
more
packs.
coin. Wow, 200.
Grabe naman.
Grabe. Okay. And ore box times 10. All right. Again, Trey is asking for codes. We're giving it.
Yep. Tier Passion Fueled. Make sure you redeem this. This is a lot of Mora coins. A lot of refines. That's gonna be great
What's
for
your
me to
highest
fail later.
refine?
15.
Whoa, no way.
Only 15, yes. I'm very poor,
How
so I
many
need
red
these.
equipment?
All of them.
Whoa!
But hey, we're not here to
Sorry,
celebrate my
sorry.
refinements or my equipment. We're here
Redeem
to
this.
celebrate our 2 winners. Both teams are in fact winners because they
Yes.
made it this far. From 90,000 teams
Wow.
participating in the Tier Cup, all the way here to the grand finals, the top 2 teams. Congratulations to Encore once again. 500,000 US dollars
And
in
not
the bag.
just that, in-game rewards, title,
And the
medal that turns into pendant, swag. Wow, it has been a long journey from the rankings, the qualifiers, and the top 32. Now, the ending is almost near. We're about to end the story for Tier Cup Season 1 and the crowd is actually really cheering right now.
I mean, there was huge play of confidence towards the end, but every single
Yes.
game, Encore has just been showing poise. They've been showing
Focus.
experience. This is what, the preparation
Yes.
this whole month and even during the
There you
before
go.
stages, the preparation has been huge for them. Having a coach, giving them a fresh set of eyes,
Yes.
fresh new ideas, definitely
Yes.
gave them the edge in this. And that's why they won 4-0. But if you look
Yes.
at Powek, they don't look too disappointed.
No,
I mean,
no,
they
no.
know they tried their best.
They're happy.
They were just beaten by a better team.
And what I really love about this tournament is that we promote sportsmanship. But there you go! Season 1 Tier Cup Grand Champions, Encore from the Philippines!
Very well done here for the boys from Philippines. Where's their coach? Chan Chan?
Chan Chan.
It's time to go. I mean,
Chan Chan. Wow, look at Frost.
yeah, front and
Everyone's
center.
teary-eyed. Oh, Josh.
I mean, it is a life-changing amount of money. No
Yes.
matter where you are from,
And
it's a
even the
life-changing amount of
journey,
money.
their journey here, I think it's not about money anymore because
It's
these
the
guys
achievements, right? I mean,
are rich.
you've got. I mean, in this lineup, you had world champions before this even happened. So very well done here, and we're gonna give it to it all to the stage for the prize giving ceremony. Congratulations once again to Encore.
ฟิลิปปินส์นั่นเองนะครับเรียกได้เลยว่าพวกเขามากันเต็มจริงๆ แล้วจัดกันหนักมาก
โอ้โห
และถือว่าเป็นคลีนชีตมากเลยฮะ
ใช่
4-0 ครับท่านผู้ชมครับ
ขนลุกมากๆนะคะ เมื่อสักครู่ดูการแข่งขันนะ โอ้โห มันแบบ damage มหาศาลจริง
เราก็เห็นเลยนะฮะว่า พวกเขานี่ใช้ทั้งฝีมือ แล้วก็ใช้ทั้งความสามัคคี การสื่อสารที่ถูกต้องนะครับ แล้วก็ทำให้พวกเขาสามารถได้รับชัยไปในครั้งนี้นะฮะ
ๆ นี่นะคะก็มอบกันไปเรียบร้อยเหรียญเกียรติยศสำหรับแชมป์และแน่นอนว่า